Welcome back, everyone, to the love for the game. I bet you guys know what this one's about. It coincides with my last video, talking about the greatest player of all time. Alright, I just want to start this off by saying, LeBron, you are a bum! You suck! Actually, Jordan would never do that! My gosh, you're ring chasing so hard. It's actually unbelievable. Okay, I got it out of my system. Alright, now I want to start this off. If LeBron does not win a ring in Philly, I think that is a huge stain on his reputation. This is a little bit ridiculous to me. It may be, as a Celtics fan, I'm frustrated with Jaylen Brown leaving right to Philly, and then LeBron going to Philly, putting them in a spot to where they have the opportunity to win, right? I don't want to deny LeBron's greatness. Obviously, he's incredible. This is just not, to me, this is not a good look for LeBron, right? He was playing in Golden State, or not Golden State, LA, with one of the best players in the NBA, top five, most people would argue top three, Luka Doncic, right? So he's leaving one of the most prolific offensive scorers we've ever seen, as well as leaving his son, who everyone knows is the reason that Bronny was drafted to LA, was because LeBron was there. To me, this is just a terrible look for LeBron. I think this is purely out of getting a fifth ring and trying to, put himself further ahead in the GOAT conversation. To me, this is no longer about performing at a high level. This is about prolonging his career, which I understand, all right? I get the reasoning behind it. If he plays well in Philadelphia, with all the talent around him, he's not going to have to perform as much. We already saw him, take more of an off seat in LA, just because of Luka and Austin Reeves doing their thing. But I think if he's not successful this upcoming year, it's a bad look, and it is a stain on his career, just as the Wizards being a stain on Jordan's career. But we can talk about Philly, right? Philly is looking incredible, to be frank. Tyrese Maxey has gotten exponentially better every season he's played. This last season really took a jump forward. These last two seasons, he's become one of the best offensive scorers in the league, best shot creators. There's nowhere on the court where he can't score, right? Then, VJ Edgecombe, spectacular young draft pick. Oh my gosh, he's so good. We saw what he did last season, and what a big impact he played that early into his career, being able to hit big threes. When he was drafted, I didn't think he was going to be that. I knew he was a crazy athlete, but I didn't think he was going to be able to consistently hit the three the way he did in the clutch times that he did as well. It's not necessarily hitting open looks or tough shots. It's hitting tough shots in tough situations that really is what sold it for me. He's going to be really, really good. So then they now have Jaylen Brown, one of the best inside scorers in the NBA, as well as one of the best mid-range scorers in the NBA, which I've talked about, several times in my previous videos, just how much the mid-range really impacts the team around them. So I won't bring that up too much, but Jaylen Brown is going to be very impactful, especially with Maxey being able to hit the three as consistently as he does. Defenses are going to have to, send the double, and they're going to have to play tight up top, which opens up the inside for Jaylen Brown and VJ Edgecombe, who's a freak athlete. They both slash inside, both lob threats, but then kick it back out to the three. Okay. Another lob threat. Joel Embiid. So now you have two freak athletes cutting baseline. You have wings cutting baseline to trail their defender. You have off-ball screens coming from Joel Embiid, the heaviest center in the NBA. Wings getting lost, then those guards being able to hit the open three. Then you have Joel Embiid under the rim. So what center's getting O boards or defensive boards over Joel Embiid? And then Joel Embiid can also come out and hit the three. He's also one of the best mid-range shooting bigs and has a prolific touch around the rim. And then you think, wow, that's an incredible team. And then they add LeBron James. Still freak athlete. 6'9". He can guard 1 through 5. As well as being a vet on the team who has more knowledge than anybody playing basketball right now, who can also hit the three at a high percentage, who can also hit the mid-range at a high percentage, who can also finish inside efficiently. The only thing he might need to work on is that free throw percentage, but I don't know, man. Year 23, that free throw, I think 23. He's mid-20s. That free throw percentage is not going to go much higher. But that is a ridiculous lineup. Not just the pure athleticism and talent, just the size on their team alone that's the future of the NBA. I've talked about it before. Teams are just getting bigger. We're in this positionless era where everyone is, 6'6", 6'7", or taller, and has guard skills, even if they play the 3 or the 4. You have to be able to hit the 3. You have to be able to have a handle, finish around the rim. So, all things aside, it is a good move for LeBron. I do think if he wants, if he really is after rings, I think this is the best thing he could have done. I would have loved to see him go to Golden State, just to see him play with Curry. I think that would have prolonged both of their careers. But I think LeBron is going to be able to take the off seat, just excel in he's going to be in his Magic Johnson era, swinging the rock. I mean, I've talked about it before. I talked about it in my last video. As much as I hate on LeBron, he is incredibly talented. He has one of the best court visions. Honestly, maybe the best court vision of all time. The way he sees the game is just remarkable compared to other players. His knowledge of the game. So with a team as young as they have right now, this is scary. Again, as a Celtics fan, this is terrifying. But Celtics on top, though, right? We're going to meet them in the playoffs. Peyton Pritchard, new Jalen Brunson, dominating. LeBron's got nothing on Pritchard. LeBron's got nothing on Jason Tatum. He'll dunk on him again. End that old man's career. Jason Tatum is going to end that old man's career. Anyway, no, it's a good move for LeBron. It pains me to say, I do think Jordan's my GOAT, but again, I don't want to hate on anyone. This is all jokes. LeBron is obviously number 1 or number 2. I think in anyone's mind, he's number 1 or number 2. He's incredibly talented. It will prolong his career. I think this move right here, if he would have ended this year in LA, or maybe he stayed in LA, I think he would have played 1 more year max. I feel like as good as Luka is, their defense is just not where it's at. They don't have a big. Ayton is. I'm glad we got rid of him for Phoenix, but I think realistically LeBron could get another 5 years out of Philly. Just because of the role he's going to have to play is not going to be nearly as as what he had to play in LA. just the defensive role as alone, what he had to play is just, it's going to save him so much energy. He's going to feel younger. He's not going to have as many minutes on the court. Um, this was a really smart move for LeBron. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Bronny, honestly. I don't know where he's going to fit in. Again, not hitting on anyone. Bronny is incredibly talented, and pre-cardiac arrest Bronny was nice. But Bronny is my height. Bronny is shorter than I am. You know what I mean? Like, just size is what limits him. But we've seen it in G League games. He's able to score 30 points against incredible competition. It's just, is he, he's not Peyton Pritchard level. Like, that's or Brunson. Like, that's the level you got to be at in today's game to excel at that size as an undersized guard. It's going to be really difficult. And I think LeBron leaving may have really affected Bronny's playing time. Similar to Giannis leaving. I don't know where Thanasis is going to go. But no, yeah, it was a great move for LeBron, really. If he's trying to, he could. I feel like LeBron is at a point where he's trying to he's just trying to get everything, all the accolades, all the records. So he could be oldest player to play in the NBA. I think if he wants to play with Bryce, this is going to be an opportunity for him to do so. I think if he stayed in LA, he would not have played with Bryce. If LeBron makes it to the league again, I think he will, just off the name. But he is bigger than Bronny. I think Bronny is more skilled. But anyway, this is not a video about them. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, that's my opinion on the whole LeBron situation. Again, no hating. It's a great move for LeBron. It's just, personally, as a Celtics fan, that just pains me that he's going to the Sixers. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or what you guys think. Have a great one.